Hey guys, welcome back and happy Thursday. All right, guys, a huge thank you to everyone who joined us for our live this morning. And of course, you know, because I've been talking about it, I've been just screaming it to the rooftops, or is it off the rooftops? I don't know. That Hot Messy podcast, the first episode is dropping tomorrow. We're already in the top 50 and we already have almost 200 ratings thanks to you guys. So I can't say thank you enough. Make sure to go and follow Hot Messy Podcast on YouTube. I'm still just kind of flustered and processing. In the meantime, again, I apologize for these and I will explain why I'm wearing them. I'm not just wearing them to be an asshole or think that I'm too cool. I will explain in the first episode of the podcast, but that's not what we're back to talk about. We're back to talk about Andy Cohen because now he's ready for love. And what? He's looking for love and he's explaining which two Bravo celebrities he wants to set him up. This is actually kind of shocking because I always thought he was going to be in that sort of Peter Pan syndrome of being a bachelor for the rest of his life and just wanted to raise his kids on his own. I guess things do change. So smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And with that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so we know Andy Cohen as the father of Bravo, and we also know that he is a single father of two. Well, now he wants to find a man who's husband material. I always thought, because you see him on Watch What Happens Live, he's constantly flirting with everybody, like the bartenders. It seems that way, right? Or he's like saying, hey, you know, I don't know. He just seems like he's always flirting with people. And I'm sure there are a plethora of people, especially, you know, because of his status, that would want to come and go and not care. They would just be like, oh my God, I hooked up with Andy Cohen, which sounds kind of crazy and weird. It wouldn't be my idea of a good time, but there are people who would do it. Now, with a wealth of well-connected Bravo celebrities on speed dial, Andy Cohen knows exactly who he wants to help him find a husband. During Watch What Happens Live, September 26th episode, Andy tapped Married to Medicine's Dr. Simone Whitmore to offer her fellow Bravo lebs some unsolicited relationship advice while discussing the Real Housewives of Atlanta's Sonia Richards-Ross and Aaron Ross not being on the same page about having another baby. Well, she turned the tables a little bit. After she asked Andy how it was going for him, going from 1 to 2 children, referencing his son, Ben, who's 3, and almost 5-month-old daughter, Lucy, he replied a lot, you know, no less than 3 times, I need a husband. I need a husband, Dr. Simone. You have anybody for me? So are we looking for love now, Andy? Is it time to settle down? Is this the moment? No more just like being a bachelor and hanging out with whoever you want? Okay. Though she rightfully noted that the Watch What Happens Live host is busy right now, the Atlanta-based doctor added, we've got to find you a doctor. And Andy's response was, oh, that would be great. He didn't stop there, though, asking his other guest, Real Housewives of Atlanta's Miss Lawrence, do you have a husband for me? Did you bring one tonight? And sadly, Miss Lawrence did not bring a husband for Andy. You've got to tell me what you're looking for, though. We've had these conversations before, but you're in a different space now. You're a whole father, so now I think you might specifically know what you need. Yeah, it's probably not like all the randos who are knocking on the door like, oh my God, you're Andy Cohen. I remember there was one time where Andy Cohen was out in West Hollywood and my friends went out after work and they ran into him. There was like a group of 5. And I remember they came back, and mind you, at the time we were like 20 years old, 22, I think. And they were like, oh my God, it's Andy Cohen. And he was so hot. And I would go home with him tonight. And they were all just like fangirling. They were all like, could you imagine to be able to say if you hooked up with Andy Cohen? And my head is just very different than that. I'm like, I don't want to imagine that. You know, good for Andy, but no, right? Am I just the only one who thinks like that? I don't know. Even before Andy welcomed Lucy in late April, he admitted that fatherhood made dating more challenging. Oh my God, it's changed a lot. I think it's become harder in a way. There's just this subtext that's obvious without me saying it's there. That was never there. Obviously, you know what I mean. Since then, Andy's more recent parenting challenges have had nothing to do with his romantic life. Okay. He shared an Instagram video of himself driving as Ben and Lucy cried loudly in the back seat. Summer should be fun, he captioned the post. And though he shared an adorable family selfie in the Hamptons a week later, by season's end, he found himself in a full circle moment. My vacation in a nutshell. Andy captioned a September 2nd Instagram video in which Ben could again be heard crying in the back seat while he drove. In another similar clip that he posted on September 5th, he also joked that he needed a vacation from his vacation as he drove back to New York City. And yes, Ben was crying again. A parenting partner might be just what the doctor ordered. Maybe, I mean, honestly, maybe a doctor would be good for him, because if you think about it, like, it was Dolores on The Real Housewives of New Jersey, and she had Dr. David, and Dr. David never had time for Dolores. Dr. David said his first love is being a doctor, and he never was really around, but then he was around just enough, but not enough for Dolores, but for Andy, who's doing Radio Andy, Watch What Happens Live, flying around for reunions, also an executive producer, has his hand in casting. You know, he's doing all of these different projects, plus being a father of two. It might make sense to have somebody around who doesn't necessarily have the most time. I agree with that. I wonder who he's going to end up marrying, or if you ever will get married. Guys, do you have somebody for Andy Cohen? Could it be you? Could you be the next star on The Bachelor of Bravo? No, I'm kidding. I'm going too far with this. Sorry. It's the glasses. Maybe it's the coffee. I don't know. Guys, go ahead and comment below. What are your thoughts? I want to hear your unfiltered opinions. And we are going to get into some more of this whole, well, you'll see on the first episode that's dropping tomorrow of Hot Messy Podcast. We recorded it already, the first 2 episodes. We have amazing guests. We have more amazing guests to come. But just to give you an idea, it's going to be so much more different than our YouTube channel, because on YouTube, you have to be incredibly filtered because of the algorithm. And if you don't, then you can get like little check marks or whatever, and it gets you in trouble. But on a podcast, you can say whatever you want. It almost feels freeing. So we're going to start off with some pop culture news, bring on a fun industry or celebrity guest, and then end off with a good bitch session. That feels great. All right, guys, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and make sure you go to the description of this video. Click on Hot Messy Podcast. Go give us a 5-star rating. It's free. We're already in the top 40. That's incredible, and it's all thanks to you guys. I love you guys so much, and I will see you so very soon. Bye, guys. Love you.